Imagine telling your neighbor you're never speaking to them again, only to realize they own the grocery store, the power company, and the only road out of your house. Awkward, right? That's exactly what's happening right now with the Dhaka Not Delhi movement. We shouted the slogans, but did our lives actually get any better? Boycott India movement. For the last few months, social media has been on fire. We saw people burning clothes and activists swearing off Indian salt and rice. It felt like a breakup movie where someone throws their ex's stuff out the window. But here's the funny thing. While the public was busy boycotting, the bills started piling up. We tried buying rice from Qatar and Singapore, but guess what? It was still Indian rice, just with an extra middleman fee. It's like refusing to buy a burger from the shop next door, so you pay a delivery guy to drive to the next town to buy that same burger and bring it back to you. You're still eating the same burger, you're just poorer now. And it's not just groceries. People who need urgent medical care are now stuck because visas are harder to get. The leaders who gave the loudest speeches, they're still having meetings behind closed doors. They realize that when you owe billions in electricity and coal bills, you can't just unfriend your neighbor on Facebook and expect the lights to stay on. Bangladesh-India relations. What did the Boycott India movement actually achieve? Look, criticizing a government or a neighbor is fine. That's democracy. But there's a big difference between constructive criticism and just throwing stones at your own windows. We need a colorful relationship, not a cold war that leaves the common man in the dark. Bangladesh-India relations. What do you think? Is it time for a more realistic approach to diplomacy? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this reality check, hit that like button. Bangladesh-India relations. What did the Boycott India movement actually achieve? What did we gain by opposing India and shouting Dhaka Not Delhi slogans? Everything is returning to how it was before. The previous government was called pro-India. Now that they are gone, Bangladesh echoes with slogans like Dhaka Not Delhi and Freedom Not Slavery. Since August 5, 2024, anti-India sentiment has been visible everywhere. It seemed we had moved far beyond friendship and reached the heights of boycotting India. I saw people burning clothes. I heard people going from shop to shop in branded t-shirts calling for a boycott of Indian products. One particular political group has embedded anti-India sentiment into their very core and slogans. In Bangladesh, a minority Hindu boy named Deepu Chandra Das was unjustly hanged from a tree and burned alive, while everyone cheered, taking pictures and videos with their mobile phones and posting them on social media. For this reason, India has boycotted Mustafizur Rahman. At the border, we even saw people sacrificing cattle in the name of Narendra Modi to hold feasts. To stop border killings, plans were even discussed to attack Delhi. One of the key figures in this was Osman Hadi, who has since passed away. Another was Tarek Rahman of the Aam Janata Party. Now, Tarek Rahman is saying it was all a mistake. He says that anti-India sentiment was just a tool to topple the government and nothing more. It is now clear that no real benefit came from it. Look, did all this anti-India activity stop the border killings? Did I stop it? Did the government stop it? Has the government taken any real steps to raise a voice or take action regarding these deaths? The government might have made a few requests over a day or two, but in terms of actual capability, their actions don't carry weight for people like us. Political leaders don't care. If the government takes a major stand, they will face trouble, because as long as a country is not self-sufficient, it is impossible to pick a fight with a neighbor like India. Another reason is that the government knows many people are involved in smuggling and illegal black market activities. When demands are made, these allegations are brought forward, leaving the government with nothing to say. Then there is the boycott of goods. Initially, Bangladesh tried to source products from Myanmar, China, Pakistan, and the USA. We even bought Indian rice via Singapore and Qatar. We did these things at first, but eventually the economic reality hit. Thousands of crores of taka are being wasted on anti-India efforts, while our economy struggles. Recent reports show our situation is not good at all. There are unpaid debts of 14,000 crore taka in the electricity sector, plus unpaid bills for gas and coal.
Even the Jamuna bridge tolls and installments on a loan of over 17,700 crore taka from India are overdue. After saying we wouldn't send Hilsa fish, we sent it anyway. After all the drama, it was realized that importing from elsewhere causes losses. If you can't feed the people, there will be public outcry. So we had to take everything from India again. What did we achieve through this opposition? Even those who shout Dhaka, not Delhi, the loudest, are holding meetings with India. We later learned other parties are meeting them too. Our law advisor, Asif Nazrul, announced while in office that 2.6 million Indians work in Bangladesh, yet not a single one was removed. We opposed India verbally and increased the suffering of ordinary people, but the leaders kept everything running behind the scenes. They shout slogans but continue their meetings. Recently, we heard statements that we won't sign any deals that harm India and we want a colorful relationship with them. In the end, why was the ordinary public turned into India haters? People used to go to India for medical treatment, but that is now blocked because visas are suspended. We have been labeled as extremists to the world. India is the world's largest democracy. If they label someone as an extremist, other countries will believe it no matter how hard you try to convince them otherwise. India's relationships with global powers are so deep that you cannot easily change their minds. They don't need us as much as we need them. If we act out of ignorance or foolishness instead of understanding, we will continue to face danger. Tarek, who was once influenced by Pinaki to lead those feasts, now says those actions were useless. He says the talk of Indian hegemony is just a made-up concept. We are currently accepting all terms of agreements with the US to save our country. Since India is a wealthy, large neighbor with whom we have massive trade, they will naturally have influence. I don't want anything harmful to happen, but instead of opposing for the sake of opposing, we need constructive criticism to save ourselves. May everyone stay well.